Welcome back to your practice. Let's start standing. So we'll build up some heat this morning. We've got a little bit of our bird of paradise like we did last week, which you may want your strap around for that, which I should probably make sure I've got also. And we'll Sphinx is our pose of the week. Pretty sure.
Oh, I was just gonna come and get one. Thank you.
So we'll do that, a little Sphinx puppy flow, which is lovely for your upper back. But let's get through our warm up first. So we'll come up towards the tops of our mat, find some space between our feet, soften through our shoulders, and let's close our eyes.
You put your speaker there now.
I did, yeah.
It was back because I was over here on Saturday and it was behind us.
Yeah, there's one over there.
There's one there too.
Yeah, and there's one there, but
did you get one working? Wasn't one?
So technology, there's so much Bluetooth going on with my watch, my phone, that, speakers, and the microphone that somehow it affects, I don't know. So I'm just experimenting and putting it up there to hopefully it doesn't cut out a million times. For us, yeah, actually it was Frank's idea. Yeah, to move it. All right, make our way into mountain. Let's soften our knees a little bit and check in with our core. Right, so we want to have that feeling of support and a cinching in almost of our abdominals, our obliques, our back, pelvic floor, everything nice and strong and supportive. Let's let go of our weekends. It feels nice to have those first few exhales coming out of our mouth. That's great. Let go. Letting tension melt away, down, out our fingertips. Noticing the earth beneath both of our feet. Letting the shoulders come down from the ears, the crown of the head reach up, and our breath big, full. On our next inhalation, let's add in our flowing mountain. So we'll start to reach up, breathe in, breathe out, bring our hands back down to our sides. Inhale, reaching, whilst we press down into the soles of our feet. Matching your movement to your breath. Start to feel those sensations down the sides of our body. And on our next inhalation, let's keep our hands up at the top and slide the palms together and sit back into a chair, breathe out. Inhale, sweep up as an option for your shoulders. Exhaling, sitting back. So time to warm up our glutes, our knees. An opportunity to practice keeping our core strong and supportive and keeping our heart up. One or two more of these flowing chairs and we'll turn that into a flowing half forward fold. We're going halfway down, we're coming back up, pressing into the feet. Diving forward, reaching up. Like you're lengthening the spine and making sure that when we do dive forward, we've got a little bend in our knees. We're almost like widening those sit bones as well, right? Feeling some space between our sit bones. Starting to stretch our hamstrings. We've got our palms open, so they're facing towards me at the top, facing the floor at the bottom if possible. So we're always keeping that space across our collarbones. All right, everybody, if you want to turn that into that big flowing forward fold, you can. Got about 10 of those. At your own pace, with your own breath. letting go of any competition this morning. And when it feels good, let's hold it right down in that forward fold, all the way down. Let's bend our right knee, bring our right hand more to the center or to a block, sweep the left arm up. Come back to a forward fold, other side, bend the left knee, reach the right arm up. And let's continue to move through these twists. We're feeling sensation on the sides of our hip. But remembering that we're still just warming up. So if it feels like maybe you could go a little deeper into it, pull back a little bit. We'll slowly warm up these hips. Last one. Back to our forward fold. Let our head be heavy. Let's nod our head to releasing tension in our neck today. Let's bend our knees fully and place our belly right on our knees, our hands on the floor. Strong, strong core. We'll step back to an all fours position. Unless you'd like to be in a bear pose. So bear lifts the knees up off the mat and makes it a little more challenging if that's what you want on your Monday. Let's start to move through cat and cow. One vertebrae at a time. And we're really bringing that focus into our spines. So our arms are pretty straight and stable. The movement happening at our low back tucking under, then our mid back rounding, and then we're pressing the earth away. Arms stay straight, and then we turn the tailbone up, belly towards the floor. Start to move one vertebrae at a time, or one section of your back at a time. Couple more. Child's pose, or maybe you're moving right up into downward dog this morning, whatever feels best for you. Whatever we choose, letting go of judgment today. Judgment towards others and judgment towards ourselves with our internal dialogue, right? Speaking to ourselves like we are speaking to an old friend. With compassion and with understanding. Let's move back to all fours. Time for our spinal balance. Right arm forward, left foot back. Let's do a little knee to elbow crunch and just stay on this side for now. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch with a small rounding of the back. So really, really almost bringing your nose towards your knee. One more. Let's hold out. Right hand forward, left foot back. Breathe. We'll keep the left foot back, bring our hand back down, bend our left knee. Some pulses for our glutes. It's like you're trying to stamp your heel on the ceiling. Our front tip of our hip still facing the floor. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, spinal balance, other side, left hand forward, right foot back, cat back crunch underneath. Whatever you want to do here. We can skip any movements that don't feel good. Breathing in to extend, breathing out to crunch and contract, breathing in to get long again. Good job, everybody. Fold it out. Left hand goes down to the mat. We bend our right knee. The hips face the floor and we start the pulse again. Small movement. Imagine just like an inch. Belly button moves up towards our spine, long neck. 8 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release child's pose. You have as much space as you like between your knees. Or of course, downward dog is always going hand in hand with child's pose, whatever works. If it feels nice, massaging our forehead on the land or bringing a block under our forehead. Let's move into a puppy pose. So puppy pose brings our hips above our knees, our hands in front of us. We'll have them apart. And for today's purposes, maybe slightly forward of our shoulders. Now we keep our hips up and bring our chest towards the floor. So you might even walk those elbows even more forward. Hips still stay high. And this is where we're gonna have a little different flow this morning. It's a vinyasa that is easy on the wrists. So from puppy, we come forward into Sphinx. Our hips go down onto the mat. We reach the chest forward. Strong core, start to peel up the belly button, the hips, back to puppy pose. So those hips don't go all the way back to child's pose. Let's come forward, back into Sphinx pose. Reach the heart towards the front of the room. Strong core, engage, peel, lift. Chest goes towards the floor, puppy. A few more times. Inhale, coming forward. Chest down or chest up and forward. Got about 4 more all on your own. Be nice to your neck. Right, we want to feel length there, so don't worry about looking up. Maybe you're even looking just on the floor, seeing fuzz on the floor like I am, so sorry. Last one. Come into our Sphinx pose. And now we'll slide those hands back. Come on, fingers more towards our rib cage. Strong belly. Let's move up into striking cobra if your wrists feel okay. We're coming all the way up and down. Bend our elbows, elbows point back. Striking cobra. Up. Maybe fist for wrists. Like. All right, let's keep on moving. We've got a couple more. Now I want you to focus on the tricep, the back of the arm. Even at the top of that movement, give a little extra squeeze or awareness in our tricep. Last one. We'll hold up in our striking cobra and add on an up dog as an option. Striking cobra, pelvis down, up dog, knees up, chest forward, quads engaged, or you're in your striking cobra. Now bend the elbows down to the mat. Up into striking cobra or up dog. That'll get our triceps nice and warm this morning. The challenge is to keep the kneecaps off, bend the elbows, and then go to the belly. One more, or flow through a nice little cobra with me. Right down on our belly. Kneeling or full plank, breathe in. Child's pose or down dog, breathe out. This will feel really nice for the low back. Take that time to feel it, to notice. All right, let's add in our half series at your own pace. Inhale forward, fuller kneeling plank, exhale down, up dog or cobra, back to our bellies, or right back to down dog. Start to flow at your own pace. Moving with your breath. Great job. Wonderful. Let's meet back. Either child's pose, all fours, or downward facing dog. We'll be bringing the right foot up to the top of our mat. Take your time getting it there. And we're doing a little shift forward into the hip flexor. Let's take the left knee down, yeah. And then back into a hamstring stretch. So hip flexor forward, hamstring stretch going back. 3, 2, 1. Let's switch it up. Other foot comes forward, just that gliding forward, sitting back. All right, we'll be making our way to forward fold. Take your time. We want to anchor through our front foot, push up our back. We come to a forward fold up towards the top of our mat. Half lift. Let's start to move half lift up, forward fold down. All on your own. Long, strong back, supportive spine. Think of those back muscles pulling you up and then releasing you. 2 more. Last one. Our next inhalation brings us to a chair pose. And we're exhaling into a half forward fold. Reach back, open chest. Chair pose, bend the knees, lift the heart. Exhale, reach back. Engage the core through both of these. One flowing. Last one. Our next inhale all the way up. Let's clasp our hands together and lengthen tip over to our left. Up and over to the other side. Get some length again. Bring our palms to our heart. Let's step the left foot back and go right into our moonflower flow. Exhale down. Inhale up. Allowing our eyes to close if that feels okay with your breath. I think there's no need to rush. Notice and listen to those sensations that are happening. Couple more, and then that sunflower if you want to, all the way down, all the way up. Knees track towards the middle of the feet. Lovely. Now let's come up. Our toes are going to point a little more towards the front edge or the long edge of our mat, sorry, they're the window. Let's bring our hands together at the top, clasp them together, and have maybe our index fingers pointing up. I'm gonna do a little horse pose for our quads. I'm being selfish, I need the quad workout today. Come on down, bend the knees. And lean forward, belly strong. We're extending through our fingertips, hips are back. Breathe. If this does not feel nice, elbows come to our knees. Hands come to heart. Let's lift the heart. So we're in kind of like a sumo squat, right? Let's lift our heart up. But a pretty good amount of space between our feet. Now we burn out the quads in a gentle yoga-y way. Lift our heels. Oh, taper. Right, so when we put more pressure on the fronts of our feet, our quads work a little harder than our glutes. Ooh. Heels down, straighten the legs. Thank you for bearing with me. Toes go towards the window again. We dive into a wide leg forward fold. Breathe, feel, connect. Let's walk our hands over to the right foot and bend the right knee. Just a little side lunge here. Walk it over to the other side. And that knee. Bring it on back. Toes turn out to the corners. We come up. Kind of back in that sumo squat. Breathe. Think of the pelvic floor now, strong, steady. From the sides, from the front, and from the back, right? Feel that connection. Sweep all the way up. And let's lift our back heel. We'll turn up to the tops of our mats. All right, warm up is done. Time to move into sun salutations. Nothing crazy about our sun salutations, just our regular one. So if you'd like to move at your own pace, well, of course you can. Otherwise, stick with me. Up to the tops of our mat. We'll find some space between our feet, space across our chest. Strong quads, let's engage the quads, feel them drawing the kneecaps up. Sweep to sun. Exhale, diving to the earth. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, folding. Let's bend our knees, left foot back. Find your high or kneeling lunge. Downward facing dog or child's pose as an option. Staying here or flowing forward, down, up dog or cobra. You guys know what you're doing. Take your time. We'll meet in our down dog or child's pose and check in with our alignment. Are we pressing the earth away? Are our shoulders working? Left foot will come up to the top of our mat. Take your time getting it there. Find your lunge, breathe in. Maybe our eyes closed. Forward fold, breathe out. Half lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Let the head hang. All the way up, sweep up. Chair pose, exhale. All the way back up. Reset into your mountain and cinch in the core. Let's do it again. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, swan dive forward. Soft bend. Half lift. Exhale, folding. Left foot back. Full or kneeling lunge. See if you can slow it down. Move with your breath. Take your time. Down dog or child's pose. Stay here. Take a rest or flow through your half series. Meeting in our downward facing dog. This time, bringing the right foot up to the top of our mat. Take your time. Find your lunge. Breathe in. Forward fold, breathing out. Half lift, strong core. Right, that's a big pose. Forward fold. All the way up. Chair pose, sitting back as far as you can without hurting our knees. Back up. And mountain. Sweep up. Dive forward. Exhale. Half lift. Exhale, fold. This time your option to bend the knees, step or jump back to plank or straight into your chaturanga. Rest or flow. Meet me back in down dog or all fours. We'll be adding on now three-legged dog, right foot, breathe in. Bring it up to our mat, top of our mat, breathe out. One lunge, breathe in. Straight back to plank or chaturanga, breathe out. Rest or flow. We'll maiden down dog or all fours. And now three-legged dog, left foot, breathe in, or maybe it's all fours with the foot lift. Bring it up. Polar kneeling lunge, breathe in. Forward fold, this time breathing out. Just be conscious of our time, half lift. Forward fold. All the way up. Great job, chair pose. We'll take a couple extra breaths in our chair. Sink into the support of our feet. And for the love of our quads, today lift our heels. Breathe. Heel. Notice the core. Notice the collarbones. Notice the hips sitting back. Notice the shaking maybe. Yeah, right? All right, heels down, sweep up. And let's settle into mountain. All right, roll your shoulders around. If you'd like to grab a drink anytime. Time to move on. So bird of paradise again, a little bit of flow through that. Oh, we did Sphinx, so we'll do Sphinx at the end. Okay, let's bring our right foot up to the tops of our mats. Step our left foot back and find a warrior one. So back heel is up if you're taking care of your knee, it's down if you're okay with that stance. Chest forward, hips forward. And maybe our arms are coming up. Closing our eyes if possible and pressing into both of our feet and inviting in the sensations not only in our legs, but in our torso, across our heart, between our shoulder blades. Our fingers reaching up. Noticing both feet and the earth beneath our feet. Breathe. Hands come back behind us as an option. We clasp them together. Open our heart up and reach the knuckles back towards that back ankle. So long across our heart, and it's like we're holding potentially like a tennis ball under our chin. If it feels okay, we move into humble warrior. So the hands might come up and off the back, maybe they stay on. We still have a bend in our right knee. We'll be releasing our hands to frame our front foot and lift our back heel. Walking our right foot out, one heel toe out to the right side. So heel toe out to the side, and then bringing that right hand inside. So we're in a runner's lunge, and now we're going to take that left knee down onto the mat. This is to help prepare us for our binds, some shoulder love. So let's bring a block maybe under our right elbow or not as we come into lizard. Right on, so our forearms are working towards the mat. We'll stay right where we are, or take our right hand back and underneath or to the other side of our right foot. We've kind of created a little shelf if possible with our triceps. Stay here. Wonderful, bring it back in. Strong core, press ourselves back up. Tuck our back toes, high lunge. We come up. And our glute and our quad and our right leg should be feeling awfully good. Or awful. All right, warrior two, left heel down, right hand forward. And we open up towards the window. We check in with our right knee. Softening through our shoulders. And checking in with our breath. Giving our body some love and attention this morning. We'll bring our right elbow to our right knee, reach our left arm up. If you'd like to grab your strap, you'll bring your strap into your left hand and have it tossed back behind you. And the back of your left hand is going to be on your back. Right on. So we try to bring that strap up towards our knee. And we're gonna now reach with our right hand to grab that strap and kind of make a connection underneath towards our knee. Oops, sorry. Be careful. We can stay here, or maybe you're able to bring your hands together, maybe not, no big deal. So we're practicing our step forward and step back. Step forward. You can step it right up to more like a forward fold kind of foot, both toes pointing up. All right, keep it up. And we'll take the weight onto the left foot, lift our right heel. Chest open, right? So our right hand's reaching under our leg if possible. And now we lift up into our bird of paradise with our options to work on straightening that leg. Big quad hip exercise. Bring it forward. Grab your left hand onto your right knee. Bring that knee across. Take a little stretch for the outside edge of our hip. And then release. Oh, let's do it on the other side. January is always fun with this. Flow, left foot forward, right foot back, warrior one first. So you can keep your, let's keep our straps for a little shoulder love. So right heel down, arms up, a little wider than our shoulders, bending our left knee. So we're in our warrior one stance, right heel down, and some shoulder flossing. Just bring it forward, back. As much space as you need between your hands. Great job, everybody. Humble warrior. So those hands can go back and grab our strap, or you can clasp your hands together. Wherever you want. Open up across the heart and dive down. So we still have some of the weight of our body right in our back foot as we press into both and keep our core strong. Or release the block or the hands to the mat, lift our back heel and take the right knee down onto the mat. Tick-tock our left foot out to the left side. As many tick-tocks as you want, one or two, and then bringing that both hands inside of that leg, moving down into lizard pose if you want to. So you could stay up, or you can grab a block or two underneath your forearms. Our right hip flexor's forward, right? We've got a stretch in this right hip flexor. And if you want to, just as practice for our shoulders, we slide the left hand back and create a little shelf for our left leg. Fabulous work, everyone. Breathe. Please. Bring the hands back in. We'll come back up. Engage the core, lift the back knee. Now let's make sure we tick-tock that foot in so that we're framing that front foot again so we can push to a forward fold at the top of our mat. We're just going to take a little brace here before we move into warrior two. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Hop or step back to a plank or chaturanga. Make sure to bend the knees first. Take a little flow through your vinyasa or take a little rest. Meet me back in downward facing dog. Lovely. Now the left foot coming up to the top of our mat. Right heel goes down, grab your strap. Let's bring it up to our warrior two first. And we'll have our strap behind us. this week. So last week we had it across our collarbones. This week we've got it back across our shoulder blades. Our left knee is bending. Check in with our core. Beautifully done. Great form, everybody. Now we'll keep the strap in our right hand and bring our left elbow down to our knee and take the strap onto our back, right? The back of our hand. And we're trying to scoop this strap up towards the knee. And then bring the left hand inside of the left knee. Reach back for the strap and or maybe our hands come together. And then open up the chest again. We'll start our step forward, step back. So maybe it's a couple steps to bring you up there. Maybe you're able to flow up. And when it feels good and strong, we step all the way up, press into the right foot. We start to lift up the left heel, the leg, the knee goes out to the side. Woo. Option just to hold that left leg with your left hand. And then once we get up there, bending and straightening our leg. Great job. Bring it to the front, release that strap, just throw it off to the side if it's frustrating you. And we'll bring that left knee across the body for a stretch of our hip. You can take the left hand out if you want to challenge yourself.
I need a ball.
A ball, yeah.
Not over here.
Yeah. Bring it down. Oh. All right, little bit of movement, hips moving. Which reminds me, I've been meaning for years to get a Zumba instructor and go up here and have some fun with us. Do you? Because maybe it's the same person. Someone gave me the name. Well, or you just message me.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, fun.
All right, big breath up. Let's dive to the earth. It's time to hit the mat. Half lift, breathe in. Exhale, hold. Bend the knees. Let's move into our boat pose today. We've got boat pose with some twists. Love a little twist in our boat pose. So find some a way to connect to the earth with your sit bones. Lift heart. Either holding on here or bringing our hands here to heart. And we're going to keep hands between heart. Okay. Maybe even thumbs on your heartbeat. Lean back. Lift the knees if you want to. All right, so we're in our boat pose. You could do side crunches, bicycle crunches too, if you want to go right onto your back. Otherwise, we're here, or we're bringing elbow across, trying to keep our hands between our heart. Woo. Belly button stays kind of still. Up only mackerel. Last one, keep the right elbow towards the left knee. Breathe. Oh yeah. Come back, other side. Bring it back. Take a little stretch forward. Holy. Feet come forward. Let's turn those toes up. Big, beautiful cleansing breath in. And then we'll dive forward. Forward fold. If you want to bend your knees a little more, you can. Right. Feel that lovely stretch. I'm trying to reach that heart towards the shins, right? Always trying to work on length in our spine rather than trying to get really close to the floor. We'll walk it up. So we're going to move into a bridge. And once we're into our bridge, we're gonna work our hamstrings by walking our feet. Just because the cue can be a little confusing. We're walking our feet forward. So not out here. So once we get into our bridge, we're gonna work our hamstrings and walk out. As well, you can walk out further if you want and then in. All right, come on down onto your backs. Then we'll press into the feet, lift our hips up. You can imagine the inner thighs working to keep those knees on top of our heels. And if you want to, you can walk out, in. We'll stay with the lead leg of the left foot going forward first and coming back first for the first few. And then we're going to switch that lead leg to our right leg. So the weight's in our shoulders, not in our neck. Last one, pause. Now your right foot's going to lean forward, go forward first. Out, in. Whew. Some modifications for this, take a break or do some heel lifts. So just lift a heel, place it down, lift a heel, place it down. About 4 more, either heel lifts or walking. Hamstring should be loving it. All right, hips go down, heels go up to the sky. We'll point our toes towards our nose. If you'd like to reach your hands up as well. Soften the jaw, tucking our chin just a little bit towards the chest. A tiny bit more of core work. We'll keep let's bring our hands by our sides, palms down for more support, palms up, low back press down, whatever works for your palms, low back down. Now we'll alternate, dropping one leg down towards the floor, bringing it back up. Other foot goes down. Let's keep our feet flexed for these few. Try to keep the low back really imprinted on the mat. So as that leg goes down, if you feel that low back lift, stop. Right, stop and bring it back up. That's as far as your body wants to go. Keep on going. It's okay to bend your knees and do toe taps. We'll bring those feet back up, our hands back up. Lift our shoulder blades up off the mat. And try to reach for your shoelaces if you had shoelaces. Left hand to right shoelace. And then other side. Let's just keep on going side to side. It's okay to bend your knees and do bicycle crunches here. It's okay to take a rest if your neck is feeling strained. Last one. Shoulder blades go back down, hands go by our sides. We relax the neck. Now an option to be the alternating legs going up and down, or both legs going down and up. Right, think about that low back, right? We always want to keep that connection. It's okay to bend your knees or do alternating legs. Oh, your quads, after all the work we did, this should be nice and challenging for them. Let's keep our feet flexed to make them work. Last one. Oh, thanks for bearing with me, everybody. Bend your knees. Take a little rock side to side. Connect to the breath. Love it. Let's bring our knees towards 90 degrees, shins parallel with the floor. Hands go out to the sides like wings. We're going to be bringing our knees over to our left side. We bring them over if you want to put a block underneath them or even between them. That can feel really nice. Let's just fold here. If this doesn't feel nice for your back, lay right on your side first. So you come over to your left side and then you would open back up. Wonderful job. Strong core will bring the knees back up. You can go one or both at the same time. And let's try it that opposite way this time. You'll roll right over onto your right side and you'll bring your hand over as well. So you're laying on your side. And now the hips stay square and we lift that left hand back up and over for our twist. Fantastic work, everyone. Hard class today. Come back to center. Give yourself a little rock. Maybe a happy baby for our low back and our hips. Which all again could be rocking too, right? Whatever works. So we'll be moving now into our Shavasana. Take your time to settle in. I'll be turning off the recording. How about Shavasana at home?